Welcome to the New Earth Radio, a frequency your soul has been waiting for. Tune in, rise up, and remember who you are. Hello and welcome. In this episode, I'm joined by a few incredible humans who once felt stuck, just like you and me. Stuck in old patterns, heavy thoughts, and a life that didn't fully feel like their own. They recently went through one or even two of my programs. Yes, two of my programs, and each of them experienced their own unique transformation. It's simply about showing you what becomes possible when you decide you choose yourself. So let's dive in. Welcome, Anushka.
Hello.
Welcome,
Thank
Roel.
Hello,
you.
hello, hello.
Hello. Can you tell us a little bit about you and where you were before the journey started?
Shoot, Anushka.
My name is Anushka. I'm 40 years old. I live in Antwerp. I was a bit stuck in my life before I met Leila and started the Loslaatbootcamp bootcamp 2 years ago. I was chasing every little win at work. I was going through a lot of people pleasing also in my private life, especially towards my parents. And yeah, quite difficult to say because everything was actually going like everybody in society would want that life goes.
Mm.
So it was pretty stable. Everything was to the outside would look perfect. Um, but on the inside, and definitely for my heart, it wasn't. I was not listening to my heart. I was definitely listening to my head and doing everything accordingly to what that told me to do.
So you didn't feel aligned or true to yourself or
No,
connected with
there was
yourself.
there was no connection like I feel right now.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, the first years that I stepped in the adult life was like everybody else, go with the flow, being normal. I didn't had a proper education in school or whatever, but I think I made it. I've kind of made it for somebody without degrees or whatever. And this has had as a result that everything I didn't feel that I did it for me. I was successful or kind of successful. In between, I was okay, but every challenge that I took was not a challenge for myself. This in the end of the day, I always felt frustrated. I was feeling I was doing a lot for everybody else, and I didn't get enough back. And then the last 3, 4, 5 years, something in my head said, "No, this is not it." It has to do with the private life, the marriage I was in, the work that I did. Everything aligned behind each other was not what I wanted to do. Um, yeah, it really left me frustrated. And I got angry easily. I got frustrated. I got mad for small things. Past 40, and then you're going to realize, God damn it, this is not it. This is not it. And then I saw you on the socials. And then I was, like you said, the second trip. The first one was the 7 journeys, and this was for me such a big eye opener. In a really short time, I think in less than 6 months, correct me if I'm wrong, Leila, I made a lot of drastic decisions in my life. That is still is ongoing. It's not easy to just switch everything.
Was there a specific moment with you guys that you had like, okay, now it's enough. Now I have to change. Could you take me back to that moment that you were like making like this is too much. This is going too far. Now I have to take that step because the problem is with a lot of people that if we are in our comfort zone, we don't like to get out. So if problems are like, okay, it's difficult, you guys were there. How many years can you wait and postpone to solve the problems? If everything is like, okay, it's not bad enough. It's not bad enough. You have to get to the point that you think like, I can't anymore. What was the point for you
For
guys?
me, for me was right. Let's say a few weeks before I started the 7 journeys. I had a contact with you. For me, it was actually like this. My comfort zone was not a comfort anymore because I realized, what the fuck is this? This is not what I
Mm.
want. And my age. Back then I was 40, 41, 40, 41. I said, no, this is not it. And then I started the journeys. Right before the journeys, the 7 journeys, I realized I had to do something. I was stuck in my thoughts with chances that I missed because I didn't have a diploma or whatever, what else. But I have my own company. I have all these things every guy wants. But I didn't feel successful. But I was. But it didn't felt like this. And I was like this. I'm 41. I need to do something. Otherwise, I have to work and live in the society that I don't like. I effing hate the society. And I wanted to change that. And I think now at this time, I'm changing these things. My dream is to live fully for myself, not with the society, without the stressful has to be finished. And I think give me 3 or 4 more years, and I'm living in the woods.
Nice, nice.
But it was actually right, yeah, a few weeks before I started the 7 journeys, something like that.
Okay, wow. Wow. Divine timing.
Voila. If you want something,
Wow.
if you really want something or need something, it gets on your path. It's like this. It's like this. And that's something I learned with these 2 courses that I took. You reflect and you get it back. And if you really want something, you get it. It crosses your path, but you have to see it. And that is the problem. The first 40 years that I had, I didn't saw it. I never saw it. I just passed it because I was busy fitting in the society, busy doing everything for everything else, and have the company running and all this fucked up shit. And once you made that click, you see these things, and then you just have to catch it. It's like that.
Yeah.
But you have to see it.
Beautifully
You have to be open. You have to put yourself open to see these things and catch it. Otherwise, it passes around. But I believe it passes again. But if it passes 10 times and you don't take it, yeah, then you don't take it. So for me, it was all about the perfect timing.
Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. You, Anushka.
I think for me it went a bit differently. I was always chasing my dreams at work. As the rule said, I also don't have a high degree, and I was pushing hard to make it anyway as a salesperson. And I guess I did succeed at that, but I didn't feel fulfilled. So I think it was a few weeks after the first Loslaatbootcamp for me ended, that I realized I need to take some time for myself. I went on a holiday and I could not slow down. My thoughts were still racing in my head. Nights were filled with mini panic attacks that I didn't realize at the time were panic attacks. There was a lot of, and I had something like, even a holiday can't make me feel better, then something else needs to change. So I took a leave of absence when I came back from my holiday. And I did that until the day of today. Some other stuff happened in the meanwhile. I got really, really sick. My dad got cancer in a period that I broke the contact with my parents. That was also something that I did to take some space for myself. It was really not appreciated by them, but it was something that I needed to do for myself to actually get to a place to really get to know myself. And then a few months after, my mom contacted me that my dad had cancer, and I decided to revisit them to take that contact up again. But my body wasn't ready for that. And so I got sick myself. I had a TIA, it's a traumatic attack. It's like a small stroke. And as my former person, I wanted to come back from that really fast and really get to the person that I was before. And I didn't listen to my body again. So it pressed stop yet again. And a few months after, I got lung embolia. And I ended up in the hospital for a week. And then I went really deep. The panic attacks really started to come. I didn't understand what my body was telling me. I ended up a few times in the hospital thinking I was having a heart attack, but it wasn't a fact. It was really actually an anxiety attack. I had a lot of physical examinations, trying to figure out why both things actually occurred. And actually, at the end, when I finished all my physical exams, they told me it was just double bad luck. And then I thought, double bad luck. So actually, it was pretty intense, that whole period. So we decided to go on a road trip last year in September. And when I came back, that was my turning point. It was really a reset. I started physical therapy, psychological therapy. I started doing meditation, breath work, everything to come back from that. And then Layla came on my journey again with a new experiment called the High Levelers. And now I'm leveling up and looking forward to the future.
Yes, yes. Wow. If I hear you too, I'm just so happy.
Ima-
You forget where you came from.
Imagine us.
Sometimes when
Mhm,
sometimes you do forget because I've been working with you, Anushka, already for a few years now.
mhm,
Rule with you also
A
already a
year,
year, I think.
a year, about a
Yes,
year.
with two programs with Rule, Seven Journeys, and Loslaatbootcamp. Anushka, Loslaatbootcamps and High Levelers. And I kind of forget because this is the person I know now, the open, chill, relaxed. And so I sometimes forget where you guys came from just hearing it, your stories. It's so inspirational.
But for me,
Wow.
I try to forget who I was,
mhm,
just to not make the opportunity to go back to this person. In my story, like I just told you, in my story, it's impossible to go back. Uh, but yeah, you never know. So I try to forget all these things, you know.
It's like you choose who you are
Voila,
today.
voila. Me
And
first,
you don't, yeah.
first me, and all the rest. It's not that
Yeah,
important. There's
wow.
only one thing important. That's me, and all the rest.
I agree.
Wow.
Yeah,
I definitely place myself first now. I have one
voila.
constant that I have kept in my years for already 23
It's
years,
your husband.
and that's my partner.
Voila, our
No,
partner.
we're not
No,
married,
yes,
maybe
but
someday,
yeah.
but
For me, it's my kids, and I kept a few hobbies, but for the rest, it's I passed it
So
all
that
away.
was also my second next question. What did you let go of? But something so beautiful that you both just said, you both said, I am now number one in my life. And that's also a big thing you both were
Yeah,
struggling
yeah, yeah,
with.
yeah. For
Mhm.
sure,
Putting
for
yourself,
sure.
and now it's so normal for you guys. But before I was like, how do you do it? I cannot do it. It's not possible.
Because,
There's no room for it.
but it's the how you say it's coupled with the society. Everybody wants, hey, we have the society to follow. You have to do this. You have to
Yeah.
do that. And I hate this. Have to do. I have to do nothing. Only wake
Yeah,
up and go
true.
to sleep, and all
It's
the
true.
rest. Eh. So
It's all
yeah, if you're attached with accomplish with the society, yeah, then you stay stuck. You cannot level up. You just stay where you are. You stay put, and that's it.
Yeah, and I understand what you say. You can live in a society, but you have to have your own critical thinking
Yeah,
brain. You don't have to follow everything that you've been taught in your life because that makes you stuck. That's why a lot of people are
yeah,
stuck
true.
because they think this is how it has to be, but now I'm not happy, but there is no other option. There is.
Always
There
is.
is a way to live that you can live aligned with who you truly are.
Yeah, but you have to have the guts to take the opportunity, or
Or have to believe that it's possible.
or somebody has to tell you and open your eyes. And but actually
Yeah.
everything you taught me, it's something that I knew
Yes.
somewhere, but I
Yes.
didn't pick it up, and it has to be said and has to be pointed out, and that is like, hup,
You know it here,
but you
but
don't
you
know it
don't know
here
it
or in
here.
your heart. Yeah, it's
No.
like this.
And when the right information comes, it's like the last puzzle
Yeah,
piece that you needed, and you're like,
yeah,
click.
yeah.
Fuck.
Mhm.
You
Now
feel
I
when it
feel
comes
it.
down. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's like clicking in your
yes, it's
body.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. One thing that I changed, I made my dreams different. When old Roel, he was dreaming of getting rich and performance and be good for everybody and all this effing s. And the only thing that I dream now, I don't know if you know, but I have a really great passion of everything with an engine, not electric, but I love motorcycles, Formula One, all these things. And the June the 5th, I'm gonna go for my driver license for a bus. And my dream now is to buy a bus and build it into a camper. And in
Oh.
my head, it's finished over 4 years. Then my youngest is 18, so I can go alone. Oh, yeah, I'm
Wow.
looking so forward to that. But
Wow.
it's a dream. But I go for the driver license, and that's step one. And if I have it, I have to do something with it. So I have to buy a bus. Understand? If I never go for the driver
Yeah.
license, I will never make that dream happen. So I go.
Wow.
What?
Nice. I love
When I
that.
was a young kid, I stole this dream from somebody. When I was a young kid, I think I was like 10, 11 years old, and there was this guy from my village. He took his bicycle to China. And I was a small kid. I couldn't believe he's taking his bicycle to China, but this motherfucker, he did it. He went with the bicycle to China, and I think it's so great. But I'm gonna take the bus.
But that's so cool what you say, because in life you can see things that other people have, and it's making you learn what you want for yourself. Because when you feel jealous about somebody, it's just because you want it. Not everybody wants it. It's only for you. You have that desire, and you are learning now to go with that desire. I can make my dreams come true too. I don't have to have dreams for others to be safe and stable and blah 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 blah. I can be and be happy, because we are taught that you have to have this house,
Yeah,
this money,
yeah.
this job, this security to be
This
happy.
status.
And then a lot
Yeah.
of people are unhappy in the life that they should be happy in.
With a big bank
And then
account, but really unhappy. Yeah,
they're like, yeah, but I should be happy, but I'm not
yeah,
happy, so there is something wrong with
yeah,
me.
yeah,
They don't understand. No, it's the rules that you're following. It just doesn't work.
yeah.
It's
And as long as you don't make the dream happen, you stay jealous.
Yes. And it can be small things, can be big things like being yourself. It can be
Yeah.
so many things. But jealousy just points out where are the places that you are not listening to
Voila.
yourself and your own needs.
So if I have my bus, you want to go to China?
Yes, 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 yes,
I
yes.
just
I
say
like
China, but
that.
I go anywhere, anywhere.
I like how your mind went and invited us. I love that.
Yeah, I need a co-pilot, so everything's welcome. But that's my next that I'm gonna put. I put some goals now. That if I told me this to myself a few years ago, I said, "Oh, you're crazy." But I wiped that away. I'm going for that, and the next step is to go have driver license for the bus. Just just
Yeah.
just like that. I see a lot of people on social media, probably you guys too. A lot of people, especially a lot of women and girls, buy a van, go to whatever. I said, yeah, I get,
This is life.
Why
yeah,
Just
not?
have a dream and go for
yeah.
it.
And why a van?
And if it sucks, it sucks, you
Then
know.
you sell the bus.
And you start something new. Who cares? Who cares?
Nobody.
Nobody. Only you.
I learned to accept. No, 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 no. I learned that not everybody's thinking of you. Nobody's thinking. They're all thinking about themselves. It's not. When I was a few years ago, I thought, "Ooh, what are they gonna think of me when I do this?" But no, that's bullshit. Everybody is busy with themselves. Even me, you, everybody.
Yeah,
Exactly.
true. True.
So why worry?
No, I love it. And Anushka, what has changed for you since you started to understand how your ego works, and that you have an ego, and that is just the programming, that you are not that, and you can distance yourself?
I definitely let go of the conditioning that was programmed into me when I was little and young, and I changed my way of thinking in what works for me. It was hard because it's a process, but along the way in that process, you come more to yourself and you just know. It's just a feeling. You just know what
Yeah.
works, you know what doesn't work. You don't even care about the things that you used to care about, and you just let go because it doesn't feel like it connects with or it aligns with the new person that you become. I had a really nice salary but living on sick leave for the last 2 years makes you cope with money in a different way. And also the conditioning that you really have to work hard to get your money has changed because it comes to you when you really need it. In the strangest ways. In the strangest ways.
For me, money is something to keep you as a slave for society. Understand?
True.
It's you
And
need it, but I think it can be overdone. Let's keep it that way. It's
I think definitely it was in the past the luxury.
yeah,
I could take like 2, 3 holidays a year,
yeah,
and I thought I really need it, but I did need it because I was working so hard and not listening to myself. And the weeks that I took a holiday were the weeks that I actually tried to slow down and become more like myself.
more human,
And now with more human, more
more
thoughtful of what
you,
I
more
need.
you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
and
understand.
and I think the time off that my body actually forced on me made me think differently that you don't need all those holidays and all those luxury stuff to just be you.
So
Same.
if your life is a holiday, you don't need a holiday.
Sure. Definitely being sick wasn't a holiday, but
No,
it
no,
was a
yeah,
good awakening.
yeah. I had my own little company, and it was money, 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 blah, 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 blah. And the lucky thing that I had is that I was allowed in Brazil that time. And then I started questioning myself, what is the most fun? Make a lot of money by working hard, or just be in the jungle with a swimming pool, just enough to eat, no stress,
Exactly.
no stress, no, you have to just. Oh,
Sounds lovely.
yes, it is. But it's what you define as richdom. What is richdom? 5 years ago, richdom was for me a big bank account and a lot of cash in the house, because we're Belgian. But that's not richdom. No, that's not richdom. Richdom is getting up every day and do what you want. It has nothing to do with a
Exactly.
paper with a number written on it. But that's money. It's just a paper written. Understand?
But you both say now, oh, I can live now how I want. I live a life that's
Almost.
true
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm building
Yeah.
the life
Voila.
that's
Yes.
true to me.
True.
But now a lot of people say this to me. That's not possible. That's not being realistic. What would you guys say to that
Turn
person?
off the TV. It's like
I
that.
would say,
It's exactly. If that's impossible, that's because, in my opinion, I speak totally for myself. People who have this as who are convinced in this statement, they're brainwashed. They're brainwashed to only feed the society and to turn around with the society, and that's okay for them, but it's not my life. It's not for me. I think it's a much bigger, nicer life next to it.
for me, it's hard to put in words. I think if you lived where I came from the last 2 years, there's no way back. There's no
Yeah,
way doing it differently.
yeah, it's true because you discovered how it can be for you and for the people around you who care for you and you care for them, and it's maybe a small circle compared by let's say 10 years ago, but it's yours. It's it's your choice, and that's the
True.
important
But
thing.
maybe I would even argue that what there was a time that we, all of us, were also thinking it was not realistic to live a
Yeah,
life that is aligned with who you are. Because why otherwise, why would we be stuck in another
I
life?
didn't realize there was another life. It was another kind of life. I didn't realize. I thought this is it.
Even that it's even possible.
This
Hmm.
is it. This was it. And then I started thinking, God damn it, I'm 40 years old, and if this is it, why? And then Layla came. Then there were 7 journeys, and then was all fucked up. So
Then the old life got fucked
yeah,
up.
yeah, that's what I mean. But it's like that. If you don't see it, you will not see it. You have to want to see it, and I think you have to taste it a little bit. Understand? You have to, yeah, you have to taste
You
it.
have to live it.
You have to, yeah, live it, taste it, and like this, you can make this. I think it's possible for everybody in their own path, but you have to want it and see it. Actually, if you think about this, it's the same how people lived, let's say, 300 years ago. They all lived on themselves in small communities without money. They were exchanging things. He has a goat, he has a cow, he has some vegetables. It was like this. People were living much easier than we live now. We live in a society that you actually can couple. It's like a prison you don't see, in my opinion. Is that too hard?
No, 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 no.
No.
I was just thinking about the old life, but it's also like you all can live a different life. I can pursue. I want to speak on big stages to help people all over the world. I want to put this message out in such a big public. What you want? You
Voilà.
want to live a more relaxed life. Everybody wants a different life. The story behind all the healing is not like there is only one other possibility. There are limitless possibilities. You have to choose yours.
Yeah.
And you can change every day. You can choose again every day. That's what you guys learn because now you understand, oh, I don't have to make one choice. Be scared if it doesn't work because no, you can make another tomorrow. And the day after, you can experiment this with this life. You don't have to be stuck.
You just said, Van, you don't have to be scared to make a choice. That's something that I learned also. If I'm in front of a choice that I have to make, I'm never scared anymore because it's always a good thing. Because I decide for myself, not for somebody else. And then I can't get scared of the choice that I made because even if it doesn't work out, it was my choice.
Is that something you guys experienced? Scared of making choices because the consequences sometimes and started doubting everything?
Yeah, I
In
used
my
to.
former life,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, for sure.
I love, Anushka, how you said in my former life.
Yeah.
I love
I
it.
never said like
Tell
this, but
me.
I
It's not
understand.
me anymore.
Yeah,
Say that again, sorry.
It's not me anymore. I'm a different person. So
I
in
get
my former
goosebumps.
life, I definitely would get fear of what do other people think, what they're gonna say, what is anyone that's close to me gonna think about me, and just let go of that. So it doesn't fit me anymore.
Yeah.
And now it's just what do I think? How does it feel? Are we gonna do it? Yes, no.
And it doesn't matter
And I
anymore.
still make mistakes. So I still make
Yeah.
mistakes. Sometimes something feels so good, but I am just like that. I need to try it before I really know if it works. And sometimes get really anxious still about it because it's new to me and it's still in the process all. But then I know when it went well, it feels really, really great. And if it went bad, I feel really bad. But then I know that's not a choice for me anymore. So my body really tells me, do this, do that, don't do that, but just listen.
Wow. Just being aligned, something that you didn't have before. Like you said, I didn't listen to my body, so now you are. Now you are connected back.
That's, yeah, exactly. Before I didn't know I had a body, I just was operating it.
Yes, that's very well said.
Yeah,
Well
that was
said.
how you have to say
That's
it. Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
exactly it. A lot of people think a lot of people think it's normal that they don't understand their body. That you're feeling stuff the whole day. We also were like this. We thought it was normal to ignore all your feelings. To ignore, oh yeah, I'm just gonna I don't know what's happening here, but I'm just gonna ignore it. Oh yeah, that's trauma. I don't know why it's coming from, but it's normal that I don't know.
After we met you and your programs, it's definitely not possible to think otherwise.
You get a
So
line.
thank you.
Yeah, you get the line right away.
You don't have to thank me like I always say. You guys did it
I
yourself.
know.
I just gave the knowledge, but you guys did it. You guys did it
Thank
yourself.
you for giving the knowledge.
You're
Exactly.
welcome.
It's
You're
like I
welcome.
said earlier. I think everybody knows that, but they need the eye opener. They need this one little small push. I call it that. It's two trips that I made. But let's call it a small push. I think everybody, if everybody has this small push, I think everybody can live like this. Could imagine if the whole
Wow.
world, everybody lives like this. In what kind of world we're sitting?
I am dreaming of
But I'm
that
afraid
world
that's never
every
gonna
day.
happen.
We'll see.
Everybody made their own choices, also. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe one day one day we will have a world where it's like 50-50.
I
How
believe in
about
that.
that?
I believe in that.
That
Mhm.
would be great. I would be so happy with 50-50 already.
I think the last 4, 5, 6 years maybe it's going that way. I see a lot of people and I'm not of much of a social media. I'm a voyeur on social media. I don't post a lot of things, but I see a lot. Probably it's the how you call it, the algorithm. But I see a lot of people going this way in my friends, my surrounding. Also, a lot of people. I have 2 or 3 friends who decided they quitted their job, they bought a camper, and hopla, it's so great. So I see in my own small little life, I see a lot of changes in that direction.
This is a new time. There are a lot of people awakening.
Yeah.
Like the old things are just not working anymore. People are getting more intelligent. Emotional intelligence is growing also. That's normal. In every generation, it's growing more. So a lot of people are like, all those feelings. If you think about the grandpas, they were like very closed off with their emotions, and when they raised our parents, it was like no feelings, no
Yeah.
room, hitting. And then they had to raise us. They don't know how to go with their feelings, and we had more feelings. We were more developed, and they were like, "How do I have to raise you?" Then we started to heal, and you see it more and more and more and deeper and deeper. People are getting more aware, so people want to more like, I want to be me. I want to be authentic, and I cannot ignore it anymore. So that's what you see. People waking up to something is wrong here. The old ways are just not working anymore. We are different people. We need new ways, new kind of schools, new programs. We need a different way of
I
living.
think a lot of people now realize that there's also an option to make yourself happy and not wait for somebody else to make you happy.
Yes.
And I think that's a
Yes.
big difference in the last few years. For me,
Yeah.
for sure.
Can you guys tell me also what surprised you the most about yourself during this whole process of transforming and changing and taking all the steps that you did and all the changes that you did?
For real,
What surprised you about
I
yourself?
think really short that it's actually easy. Actually,
Ah, that's what you're surprised about, how easy it is.
how easy it actually is or could be. It is.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like
it
that.
is because it's actually everything that you taught me is actually how it should be. I think it's more difficult for me as a small baby to. I was 40 years old when I started this thing. I think it's more difficult to make me think like I was thinking than how you made me think. Is that a sentence? Did I just make a
Wow.
sentence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally understood what you said. You just mean the old ways of living, if you would start fresh now at this
Yeah.
point, it would be more difficult to understand them than how you live now.
Voila.
So that's crazy what you say, because how programmed were you?
Everybody. How programmed is everybody? And it's all again society. We have a society. You have to do. You have to. Nah, fuck. I don't have anything. I need water. I need food. I need warmth, and I need a roof. That's it. That's it. And I think if everybody, but the whole world, starts from day zero, day one, to teach the children what we taught here, it's a all different world. It's a world with peace and love.
Hmm.
Or is that too hard? No, no, it's that.
Nothing is too hard. You're just being you, and that's I love it.
Thank God you love it.
Wow. I like what you said, that it's that easy.
It is.
What would you say, Anushka, that you're surprised about yourself in this whole process?
I wouldn't say that it came to me easily because I definitely blocked myself a few times and thought that my former self was the right self. But I think the strength, I thought I was really, really strong before, but actually changing and awakening costs more strength than what you used to do. And courage, definitely courage.
So would you say that your definition of strength has changed? Thinking that
Maybe.
you had to act a certain way and be a certain way, you thought it was being strong, but now you see, no, this is being strong,
True,
being myself.
true. Before you could act in a way that you had a big wall around you and you thought, my back is really strong and I can take a lot. And that was my definition of strong because that was programmed into me by my parents when I was young. So be strong, take a lot, and then you'll be just fine. And actually, I wasn't fine at all. And now changing and being open to the possibility to be somebody different, somebody who takes challenges and takes it one day at a time and sees what comes, costs more strength and more power and more courage than them. Yeah,
Well,
what
but
it used to do.
you started this sentence with I act. Understand?
I
You
acted.
acted like everybody
Yes,
expects you to
Yeah,
act.
wow.
You acted.
yeah,
Acted.
You.
That's
It's
a
not you
good
are, but you
one.
act, and that's
yeah.
everybody. Yeah, it's everybody. Yeah, and I think if you realize that I acted
Hmm.
because every time you act, it's not for you. It's for everything around you. If fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole definition
Yeah.
of life, how you could fit in,
Yeah.
and now it just doesn't feel right, so you don't act anymore. And
Voila.
if it doesn't align with other people, fuck them.
And everything you, if we started to use the fuck
Yes.
word a lot, huh?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry,
You
I am
use
a
it
bad
more.
influence.
But once you,
Rui started.
I'll take it all on me. It's not a problem. I can take it. I take it on my shoulders. But if you start feeling if you start in your new life, and let's say it like this, you get people on your path. Anushka, we do the same. I never saw you before, and this week I saw you here. I saw you in the other community. So
True.
it's a world. It's a world in the world, and it's like this.
But
Like,
you need to be open to the world.
but
Yeah.
but in the
Yeah,
in the old me was never open. Never. Well, I was
me
closed like
neither.
crap, and I was only open if somebody else wanted me to be open. I was never open for myself. Never, never. Because what they're
And you
gonna think
were,
about me. And now I have
and
something.
actually,
Sorry, say it.
it's okay. I just wanted to say that you were actually probably like me, really lonely.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm the
Because,
first one from all my friends who quitted school. I was the first one to get married, the first one to be a parent, and that separates you from the life that you had by then. And this evolved. 10 years later, all my friends started with kids. My kids were already 10 years. They had this. How you say this? Communion in English. You know what? In the church, all this bullshit.
hmm,
I don't know how you say it in English, but
I
I
don't
understand
know.
what you say.
So everything changes, and when they do the things you did 10 years ago, yeah, you get separated. By today, it's all different, but it's true what you say. It is.
But in the past, it used to matter. But if you look at it now as your new self,
I,
it
l-
doesn't really matter
I,
what they did.
I love to be alone. Oh, it's the greatest thing in the world.
Ah,
Oh,
yes, that's a big
oof,
difference.
yeah. I enjoy I need 1 hour drive to my work that I have right now, and I enjoy the ride all alone at home. I love it. I'm in my own zone. I don't see nothing around me. It's great.
Wow.
I'm an introvert from nature, so I always like my alone time. But now it's different. In the past, it was like just being alone
Yeah.
and not really feeling and overthinking everything.
Yeah.
But now it's just, ah, I can do this, I can do that, and I
Now,
just love it.
now you can play with your mind. I do this.
No, I don't. I
No,
can
no,
play with my heart.
of your heart. Yeah, yeah. But I mean mind, like exercises that we had, these things. So
Hmm.
I can stay really happy with my own mind, where with the old me couldn't be. Oh, it was always, oh, Roel, watch what they think about when you do this, and that's all finished. It's, I always
Yeah.
used the yellow hat in our Loslaatbootcamp. Was with this girl called Manon, and I told her, if you put a yellow hat, people only see the yellow hat, and that's it. They don't care more because, oh, look, a yellow hat, but oh, I have this problem. I want to do this. Everybody is in their own zone, their own world, and as soon as you realize that, your life is much more at ease. It's
Maybe we have already answered it in here and there, but how, I'm just gonna ask it, how does your life feel different now in small and big ways?
shoot, Manuske.
I learned more to listen to myself, to my inner self. Yeah, in the past it was really quiet and I couldn't hear what my inner self was telling me. I think I make different choices, choices that feel more like me, without fear. Sometimes a little pop of an anxiety still happens, but that's okay. In the past, I would think, "Oh no, it's not okay." But now I just know it's okay to feel that little because it's something new that I'm gonna try, and when it really works out, you feel really fulfilled. I think in the long term, I don't really know where I'm going yet, but I'm willing to try it, and I'm taking some steps towards that in courses or in workshops that I'm doing that I really wouldn't do in the past, and now just feel right for me.
Yeah, beautiful. Are you also saying, if I understand it good, that you don't let fear make your decisions anymore? Even when you feel fear, you still go with what your heart says is right? And before you
True.
didn't?
It was my definitely rational thinking. And I don't say that you don't need to think rationally anymore, but you need to align it with your heart.
Beautiful. Thank you. And Yuru?
I think what changed for me the biggest is that I live with much more peace than before, and I stopped caring about everything else. Put myself on the first place. I mentioned this, and that's a huge difference. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful, guys. I love this. So, and also when we speak about the heart, what does it for you guys mean to live out of your heart?
Stop caring.
A life, stop
Stop
caring.
caring about what others or society thinks or wants from you, because there's only one person really important for you, and that's yourself. And if this one is pleased, I think that's enough, and all the rest doesn't matter. And probably if you're pleased with yourself, the rest will follow, or you attract people that are okay with it. But you have to be open for that. If you're not open for that, then it's really hard, I think. So yeah.
And you, Anushka?
I was just reading because I wrote it down.
Yes, you
Um,
can read it. You can read it, no problem.
to make decisions and take actions every day by listening to what my body needs. To feel it instead of think it. To listen to my authentic self and that it's trying to tell me to act on it. It's the only way for me to feel whole and ultimately to be happy, fulfilled, and at peace with myself.
Wow. If somebody is listening today who is still stuck, like you guys were before, and what would you give for advice?
Whew.
I can take this one. I wrote it down as well.
Yes, beautiful.
In order to be happy in life and at peace, you must find a way to create a life for yourself where you listen to yourself with your heart and not only your mind, and seek a purpose in life which allows you to be that person. In doing so, you will end up being kinder to yourself and to others. There is always a sign that will lead you to this life. You just have to take the time to notice it, listen to your body and what it's trying to tell you. You have to trust in yourself and not be anxious or fearful.
Wow.
I like it.
I'm just gonna copy that.
No, you just can give advice. Think about your younger self rule. What would you say to a younger person that is now stuck in the life you were stuck? The feeling I know when you just came to me, you told me, I have so many regrets.
Yeah.
I have so many regrets. You were constantly like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have so many regrets.
But I was not
Think
allowed. I
about
was
that
not allowed to say
person.
that again. So I'm not gonna say
No.
that. No, maybe, no, but maybe this. Yeah, don't regret what forget about the past, and I think more important is forget about what other people might, because it's not said. Think of you, because I said it before. People are not busy with you. If people are busy with you, they are in love with you, they hate you, or they're jealous of you. That's it. So let it be, and don't overthink. I think overthinking is one of the major issues is in current society. I think I had the problem as well. The old me. I think do not overthink. Uh, don't care or don't mind what other people might think, because they're not. Actually, they are not I'm also not thinking about other people or whatever. I think that's the main issue. And don't regret what you didn't or did do.
You can also say like be grateful for the lessons that the past told you
Voila, that's maybe a better one.
in a nice way.
Thank you, Anushka.
You're
I owe
welcome.
Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you so much, guys. Is there something that you want to say before we close today?
Is there something that I want to say? Yeah, and just live your life, live and do what you think is the best for you and what makes you happy, and just do it. Just do it. Just go for it. Go for yourself and not for somebody else. Put yourself on number one, and I think if you're able to put your mind and yourself on number one, all the rest will follow easy. Huh?
Well, for me, it's definitely I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you, Leila, crossed my path.
Yeah.
You made me open my eyes, listen. You gave me the tools to learn to listen to myself, and that's very meaningful. And I'm gonna do it again. I can't thank you enough.
But she knows
No,
that. She knows that.
yeah, I'm so happy I could make that. No, I'm grateful I can do these things. I'm grateful that I healed myself once, so I understand you guys. And I'm grateful that I can be this person for you guys now. And you guys, on your turn, can be this person, an example like you are today for others. And that's such a beautiful thing, I think. That's such a beautiful healing heals so many people with you. That's
Yeah,
true.
that's true. But it's like she said, everybody needs this eye opener, and in our case, it was
Yeah.
you. Simple as that.
I'm
And
happy.
maybe in the future it's us for someone else. So
Yes, that would be beautiful. Yes, and it is already because you are already an example. How you talk, how you think about life, even if it doesn't isn't your job like it's mine, then you still are a living example that shows people proof that you can live differently. That's
True.
so
Yeah.
powerful.
And people who know something and who are in the stage that we were or I was a few years ago, and they know there's something going on, and they see this, they saw me change. They also start thinking, what happened? Why did it? And then I can say, go to Leila.
Go to Leila. Go to Leila. Oh, I love this. Thank you, guys. This was so fun. I loved it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, and I wish you the best. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
thank you. Bye bye.
Did this transmission resonate with you? Then subscribe to the New Earth Radio. Every Sunday at 11, we air a new frequency. Stay in line, stay awakened. See you soon.